The first thing I would address would be the extracurricular activities fees. I don't know if it's the situation because I didn't study your budget after you had your total agreement, but when it's reported in the newspaper that you have the 4.6, 4.7, 4.8% agreements, that doesn't report for every single human being. It doesn't deal with the ECAs and so forth. And I know that when I was on the board, there were a number of contracts in which those extracurricular coaches and assistant coaches' salaries were frozen for a number of years. I don't know if you had to play catch-up this time to sort of bring them back up to the normal range of what other coaches were being paid in the county, but I do know that we experienced that a number of times. And also, I mean, you look at in any one program, even the wrestling program, that program's going to grow after all the success those kids had this year. You can't have one coach manning and safely taking care of 32 kids that are running around on these mats and so forth. So that may be part of the reason why the ECA numbers went up. But it's really hard when you start looking at line item by line item. Sometimes those numbers go up because the state requires you to report it in a different way than you did the year before, and it looks so cumbersome to the general public, but there's nothing this board can do about it. They have to report it the way the state tells you to. And I can't sit in the audience and listen to Mr. McHugh come up here and indicate happily and proudly that he was asking you a question when he stated that outrageous per pupil tax number. He wasn't asking you a question. He had just finished saying how happy he was and how proud he was about sharing that number with individuals that lived in the Four Seasons section of Brandon Farms. To me, that is not being responsible. Wait until the state numbers come out and then go share the numbers if you choose to with the senior citizens in Brandon Farms. The original number that was stated surely will inflame those individuals that don't follow this as closely as the parents do today.